The early hours of June 1, 2025 marked a significant escalation in the ongoing conflict. Ukraine's security service, the SBU, unveiled a daring and meticulously planned drone assault deep within Russian territory. This operation, codenamed Spiderweb, was not a spontaneous act of aggression. Instead, it represented the culmination of extensive preparation and intelligence gathering. The SBU, known for its increasingly sophisticated operations, aimed to deliver a substantial blow to Russia's military infrastructure. This mission signaled a new phase of Ukrainian capabilities, demonstrating their resolve to take the fight directly to strategic assets far beyond the immediate front lines, challenging Russia's perceived invulnerability in its own airspace. The groundwork for Operation Spiderweb was laid over an intensive period of 18 months. This lengthy preparation phase underscores the complexity and ambition of the undertaking. It involved detailed reconnaissance, the development of new operational tactics, and the careful acquisition and modification of drone technology. Planners had to consider numerous variables, including flight paths, potential Russian air defense responses, and the precise timing required for maximum impact across multiple distant locations. The secrecy maintained throughout this extended period was itself a remarkable feat, highlighting the discipline and dedication of the Ukrainian operatives involved in bringing this audacious plan to fruition, a testament to their strategic patience. The primary objective of Operation Spiderweb was unequivocally clear: to neutralize key components of Russia's strategic air power. This was not merely about inflicting symbolic damage. The SBU aimed to degrade Russia's ability to conduct long-range bombing campaigns and airborne surveillance operations. By targeting specific high-value aircraft and the air bases that housed them, Ukraine sought to diminish Russia's offensive capabilities significantly. This strategic calculus aimed to alter the balance of air power, even if temporarily, and impose substantial costs on the Russian military machine, forcing a reassessment of its force protection measures far from the recognized conflict zones. The decision to strike targets deep within Russia carried profound implications. It demonstrated Ukraine's growing confidence in its technological prowess, and its willingness to accept the inherent risks of such long-range missions. The operation was designed to send a powerful message: no part of Russia's military apparatus was beyond reach. This psychological impact, coupled with the material damage inflicted, was a crucial component of the operation's intended effect. It aimed to sow uncertainty and divert Russian resources towards defending its vast interior, thereby stretching its military focus and potentially relieving pressure on Ukrainian front lines, showcasing a bold strategic vision. Operation Spiderweb saw the deployment of a formidable swarm of 117 first-person view drones. These were not off-the-shelf consumer devices but likely modified or custom-built systems adapted for long-range flight and carrying explosive payloads. The use of FPV drones allowed for precise targeting by human operators, who could guide the drones to their objectives in real time, navigating complex environments and making last-second adjustments. This level of precision was crucial for hitting specific aircraft or infrastructure elements on the sprawling airbases. The sheer number of drones deployed also aimed to overwhelm any localized air defenses through saturation, a tactic increasingly common in modern drone warfare. A particularly innovative aspect of Operation Spiderweb was the method of drone concealment and launch. The drones were reportedly concealed within unassuming mobile wooden structures loaded onto trucks. This ingenious disguise allowed the launch teams to move relatively freely and approach designated launch areas without attracting undue attention. Once in position, these structures could be quickly prepared, and the drones launched remotely. This method showcased a high degree of operational security and tactical creativity, turning ordinary vehicles into mobile launch platforms. Such ingenuity is vital when facing an adversary with superior conventional military capabilities, enabling asymmetric advantages. The remote launch capability was essential for the safety of the operating teams and the synchronized nature of the attack. Operators, likely situated at a safe distance, possibly even from within Ukrainian territory or close to the border, could initiate the launches and guide the drones. This minimized the risk to personnel and allowed for a coordinated wave of attacks across multiple targets simultaneously or in rapid succession. The success of this remote operation speaks to sophisticated command and control systems, as well as reliable communication links, which are often challenging to maintain over extended distances and in contested electromagnetic environments, proving Ukraine's technological advancement. The targets selected for Operation Spiderweb were 5 major Russian airbases, strategically dispersed across Russia. These included facilities in Murmansk in the far north, Ryazan and Ivanovo in western Russia, and Irkutsk and Amur in the vast eastern regions. This wide geographical spread demonstrated the impressive range of the drones and the ambitious scope of the operation. Targeting these specific airbases was intended to hit logistical hubs and operational centers for Russia's long-range aviation, thereby maximizing the disruption to its air capabilities. The selection process would have involved careful intelligence to identify bases housing the most valuable assets. The immediate aftermath of Operation Spiderweb revealed significant damage inflicted upon Russian military assets. Reports indicated that a total of 41 Russian military aircraft were either destroyed or sustained varying degrees of damage across the 5 targeted airbases. This figure represents a substantial loss of operational hardware in a single coordinated action. The success in hitting such a large number of aircraft, many of which would have been parked in ostensibly secure locations, underscores the effectiveness of the FPV drone swarm. The visual evidence, likely gathered through satellite imagery and other intelligence sources, painted a stark picture of the operation's destructive power. Among the affected aircraft were some of Russia's most critical aerial platforms. These included strategic bombers such as the Tupolev Tu-95 Bear and the Tupolev Tu-22M3 Backfire. Additionally, at least one Beriev A-50 mainstay airborne early warning and control aircraft was reported damaged. The loss or damage of these specific types of aircraft is particularly impactful. The Tu-95 and Tu-22M3 are primary carriers of Russia's strategic cruise missiles, while the A-50 plays a crucial role in battlefield surveillance and air defense coordination, making their degradation a severe blow to Russian offensive and defensive air operations. Quantifying the impact further, the damaged and destroyed aircraft accounted for approximately 34% of Russia's operational strategic cruise missile carriers. This is a staggering percentage, representing a significant degradation of Moscow's ability to project long-range air power. The estimated financial cost of these losses amounted to a colossal $7 billion. This figure includes not only the replacement cost of the aircraft, but also the associated infrastructure damage and the disruption to military operations. Such a substantial economic blow, coupled with the strategic military setback, compounds the challenges facing the Russian war effort and its defense budget. The military impact on Russia's air bases was immediate and far-reaching. Beyond the physical destruction of aircraft, the operation forced a major reassessment of airbase security protocols across the entirety of Russian territory. The vulnerability of these strategic locations, deep within the country, had been starkly exposed. This likely necessitated the redeployment of air defense assets, the construction of new protective measures such as hardened aircraft shelters, and a general diversion of resources away from offensive operations towards homeland defense. The ripple effects of Operation Spiderweb were thus felt across the Russian military establishment, creating new operational dilemmas. Operation Spiderweb undeniably highlighted Ukraine's remarkable innovation in leveraging relatively low-cost drone technology to achieve significant strategic effects. The use of numerous FPV drones, ingeniously deployed, demonstrated how asymmetric warfare can be waged effectively against a conventionally superior adversary. This operation was not about matching Russia plane for plane, but about finding vulnerabilities and exploiting them with creative and technologically adept solutions. The ability to inflict billions of dollars in damage and neutralize a significant portion of strategic assets using drones that cost a fraction of their targets is a game changer in modern military thinking. The success of Operation Spiderweb also cast a harsh spotlight on the significant vulnerabilities present in Russia's extensive air defense systems. Despite possessing a sophisticated and multi-layered air defense network, it proved incapable of preventing a large-scale, coordinated drone attack on critical military infrastructure deep within its borders. This suggests potential gaps in radar coverage, limitations in countering small, low-flying drones, or perhaps an overestimation of the security of rear-area bases. These vulnerabilities, once exposed, will undoubtedly be studied by military analysts worldwide, prompting a re-evaluation of air defense postures globally against such evolving threats. Comparisons have been drawn between Operation Spiderweb and historical military events like Pearl Harbor, and while such analogies must be made with care, the parallels in terms of surprise and technological impact are noteworthy. Just as Pearl Harbor demonstrated the ascendancy of naval air power and the vulnerability of concentrated naval assets, Spiderweb signaled a transformative moment in drone warfare. It showcased how swarms of intelligent, remotely operated systems can overcome traditional defenses and deliver devastating blows. The element of surprise and the scale of disruption achieved by a less powerful actor against a major military power resonate with historical precedents where new technologies upended established doctrines. Ultimately, Operation Spiderweb is poised to be remembered as a landmark event, fundamentally altering perceptions of drone capabilities and modern military tactics. It underscored the democratizing effect of drone technology, placing potent offensive capabilities within reach of nations that cannot compete in traditional arms races. The strategic and technological lessons learned from this audacious operation will inform military planning and procurement for years to come. It signals a future where ingenuity, adaptability, and the smart application of emerging technologies can level the playing field, making warfare increasingly complex and unpredictable for all nations involved.